If this situation continues, I'm going to Sevilla. Ansu Fati has lost his place in the Barcelona team, and his father even suggested that he could leave the club next summer. The heir to Messi's number 10 continues to struggle with injuries and has failed to become the Blaugrana's next superstar. Will he ever recover his best form? Join us as we ask ourselves, what the hell happened to Ansu Fati? The next big thing. Ansu Fati was La Masia's brightest prospect. The Spaniard's first games at Barcelona were insane, and he was set to be the side's biggest star, a young, intelligent youngster who was able to create a partnership with the side's icon, Lionel Messi. As a wide forward, Fati was the perfect foil for the Argentine, and the Catalan fans were excited at the prospect of a new era of domination. Fati was set to be Messi's heir. So much so that when Leo joined PSG, Ansu inherited the iconic number 10 shirt. I am very grateful to the club for having trusted me together with the captains. For me, the number 10 means no pressure because nobody is going to match what Leo has done. But as the months went by and almost 2 years after Messi's departure, Fati has not only failed to become Barcelona's leader on the field, but he's also lost his place in the starting 11. The 20-year-old is now in his 4th season with the first team, and things don't look good for him. Why? How could he go from being the club's hottest prospect to a regular sub? What the hell happened to him? Ansu Fati. Injuries have been a constant theme in Fati's career so far. The youngster had to undergo surgery after tearing his meniscus in November 2020. After 10 days of rehabilitation, he decided to continue his recovery at the club, and that was his first big mistake, as Barcelona forced him to undertake double shifts on a daily basis, twice the load he had during rehab. As a result, Fati underwent a second operation 2 months later, and 2 more after that in 2021. By that point, very few people were optimistic about Ansu's future at the top level. He managed to score on his return in September 2021 while wearing the number 10. But his journey hasn't been straightforward, and a month later, he suffered another setback that saw him sidelined for 60 days. After suffering a hamstring injury in 2022, Barcelona wanted him to undergo surgery once again, but this time, Fati said no. Now, why couldn't Ansu leave his injury troubles behind? The simpler and perhaps more accurate explanation is that, subconsciously, he forced his good knee to work harder, thus causing constant fatigue. But is that the only reason he seems to have vanished from the headlines? Dad wants him out. Fati doesn't seem to be the same player, and besides injuries, there's got to be something more to it. The midfielder looks lacking in confidence, and that's contributed to his reduced role within the team. At the time of recording, Ansu has featured in 24 of 26 games in La Liga, but has only played the full 90 minutes once. Manager Xavi Hernandez thinks of him as the perfect option off the bench, but Ansu's dad, Bori Fati, has given an explosive interview about his son's situation. When probed on his role as a substitute, he responded, "Good question. Ask him. I don't have an answer for that either, and he, as a coach, will have his reasons." We're talking about Barcelona's number 10. And before getting injured, there was Messi, Luis Suarez, Dembele, Griezmann, and Ansu was playing anyway. It looks like Fati Sr. had been keeping that to himself for a while. In any case, Xavi may have made the right call, as the team currently hold a 12-point lead in La Liga, and Fati's stats have improved since he recovered from his last surgery. That's right, folks. Ansu has got a better goal-assist ratio per match average than before his injury, but his level has dropped in terms of attempted dribbles, passes, and minutes played. It's obvious that Fati has reinvented himself and is now focusing on becoming more of a finisher than a playmaker, but his new style hasn't helped force his way into the coach's plans. His father was quizzed about Fati's future, and far from confirming that he'll stay, he even named a potential new team for his son. There will be time for that. I often think of Sevilla. It will depend on what Barca wants. If it were for me, I want to see Ansu succeed, because he is a guy who comes to succeed. Ansu grew up in Andalusia and even played for Sevilla's academy, so a return to the city wouldn't be that crazy. But where does the club stand on this? Secured until June 2027, Barcelona might want to sell him due to his lack of prominence and the club's dire economic situation. So, are we witnessing the last of Fati at Barcelona? Or will he finally become the leader that everyone, including Messi, thought he'd become? Ansu Fati went from being Messi's heir to vanishing from Barcelona's starting 11, and his father announced that he could leave the club next summer. Should he go to Sevilla or stay in Barcelona? Let us know in the comments. While Ansu debates staying at Barcelona, Leo Messi is being linked with a possible return. But did you know that there's an incredible theory surrounding the Argentine's next move? Check out Oh My Goal's video to find out more. See you next time.